Hi guys, welcome to another video. So today I thought I would do another what I eat in a day video, but I thought I would do it in a voiceover. I've never done a voiceover video before, so I thought I would give it a try. Let me know in the comments below what you think and if you like this type of video. So as you can see, for breakfast, I am having some oatmeal, and I'm making the oatmeal on the stovetop with some soy milk. And I like doing it this way and having it slow cook. It's early in the morning and I'm just setting it up and letting the oats soak for a little while before I actually cook them. And here I am adding some vanilla extract. I like to have the vanilla flavor. I don't measure, I just put a dash. I tend to like vanilla and I can be a little heavy-handed with it, but that is what I'm doing. So I'm just turning it on for just a couple of minutes to let it warm up from the cold milk that was in the fridge, and then I turned it off while Duncan and I went to the dog park. And he actually found this ball at the park and he was a little bit obsessed with it. I brought his favorite ball with us, but he really wanted to play with this one today. So we played for a little while so he could get some of his extra energy out. He didn't care about those other dogs there at all. It's really funny. He's very ball focused. So after about half an hour at the park, we came back home and I was ready to finish my oatmeal. So I turned the stove back on, and I really like topping my oatmeal with flaxseed. And flaxseed is best absorbed when it's ground. So I have this little coffee bean grinder. So I put about a tablespoon of flaxseed in the grinder, and there you have it, simple as that. I've also been really enjoying having matcha green tea in the morning. So I bought this Republic of Tea matcha powder. It comes in that little Ziploc pouch in there, and I don't measure this either. I just take a little bit and put it in my favorite mug, and then I'm good to go. So I'm going to cap that up, and now my oatmeal is done. So I put it in a bowl and I'm going to grab a banana. So all of my bananas that I had frozen were used before the hurricane came because we were afraid if we lost power, things in the freezer would go bad. So I really stocked up on bananas and they are ripening. So I just chopped it up and put it in with my oatmeal, and I love putting cinnamon on my oatmeal as well. And I don't know if you noticed, but it was right next to the cumin, which is dangerous. I have accidentally grabbed the cumin and put it on my oatmeal. So now I make sure to read the labels and sometimes even smell the spice before I put it on top of my oatmeal. So here's my ground flax, and I'm just going to throw that on top as well. And my breakfast there is done. So let's see. Yep, there it is, all done, the completed bowl of oatmeal. Now to finish my tea, I know you're not supposed to boil water to a rolling boil when you put it with tea, especially matcha tea, but I was trying to multitask, so it came off of a full rolling boil before I poured it in the cup anyways. So there we have it, poured the water into the matcha tea, and I'm not exactly sure why I'm using 2 spoons. I could have just used the 1 spoon, but hey, 2 spoons it is this morning, I guess. And I've actually really been enjoying pouring some soy milk into my tea. I've been doing switching back and forth between a green tea and chai tea, and I make it into kind of a latte at home by adding some soy milk in. It's really good. If you haven't tried it, you should definitely give it a try. Much cheaper than going to Starbucks, and I think more delicious. So here we go. I'm sitting down to have my breakfast. When you put the flax on top like that, it kind of is, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like it's more like a crumble. So it's like eating like a banana bread or banana oatmeal crumble. And if you watched my last video, I mentioned that I got a new job, and luckily I get to work from home. So I just finished my breakfast and got out my laptop and I did a little work for the day. And now it's time for lunch. So for lunch day, I'm having a big salad. and I'm going to top it with some edamame and some quinoa. And I'm not really measuring, I'm just using the measuring cup as like a serving spoon so I don't accidentally pour all of the edamame or all of the quinoa into the bowl. And I was just heating that up in that little bowl. And if you noticed, we had, oh, there's Duncan in the corner. If you noticed, we had a huge bowl of quinoa. I made a big batch at the beginning of the week, and my husband and I were just having from that bowl whatever we wanted, some quinoa in our dinner. It's really convenient. I highly recommend it. So that's the base of my salad right there, some lettuce, and Duncan likes to make an appearance because he always gets little scraps. He loves vegetables. So here I'm chopping up some celery to put into my salad. And next up is a carrot. So I do buy organic carrots, which I know you don't have to peel, but I don't know, I still like peeling them. And Duncan gets some of the scraps too. He likes, yep, there you go, likes the carrots as well. He is a veggie loving dog. There's not much that we have found that he does not like to eat. So I'm just chopping the carrots about the same size as the celery, and those are going to go in the bowl as well. And last but not least, well, maybe not last but not least, a scallion or a green onion. And I actually don't put that on until the end, but I'm chopping it up now since I was doing my chopping. And the dressing for this salad today is going to be my raw vegan ranch. I'll put a card up or a link in the description box below to this dressing. It is one of my favorites and it is so easy to make. So there is the quinoa and the edamame, and I'm just going to mix it all up together and then throw those scallions on top and top it with some black pepper. And that's it. That is my lunch. And oh, yeah, there I am, super excited to be eating it. Okay, now it is time for dinner. And for dinner, again, another super simple meal. I really like eating quick and easy meals. That's just a bag of frozen leafy greens. I think it's kale, maybe mustard greens, maybe some spinach, just leafy greens from Whole Foods. And I poured that into a bowl and I'm heating it up. And while that's heating, I'm going to make a sauce. So if you watch these videos, you know my love for tahini. So one of my favorite really easy sauces that I put on sometimes salads, or in this case this dinner, is some tahini mixed with salsa. So there was about half a jar of salsa in there, and I just scooped tahini into it until I reached the consistency that I wanted. You couldn't really tell. It looked very red, but it was very creamy, almost like a la vodka sauce. So there are my greens all warmed up, and I'm going to toss some quinoa in with it and mix those together. And the quinoa is cold because we keep it in the fridge. So I think, yep, I went and I heated that up a little bit more too. So now it's all heated and just stirring it together to make sure that it's evenly heated and dispersed. And I'm going to throw a bunch of that sauce on top. I don't think I used all that sauce. I had some left over. And I just put it back in the fridge. And then I'm topping it with some leftover black beans that we have from a can. My husband used half the can, and then I put the rest on my dinner. And that is a super simple dinner. And I am going to enjoy it again in that same room. I'm going to do a house tour soon so you can see where I am. And then I wanted some chocolate to end my day, but somebody in the house ate the chocolate. So I had some grapes for a sweet finish. Oh, and I had an orange after lunch. I forgot to film that. That was what I had for my sweet finish after lunch today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to leave any questions or comments down below. I love hearing from you guys. I hope you have a great day or night, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!